Welcome back to ADHD Skills with Jess and Alex. She's Jess, I'm Alex, and it's story time.
Ooh, I like stories.
In 2018, I went to the International Conference on ADHD. I was just a young ADHD coach, didn't really feel like I belonged there, but I was able to meet people. I remember going into one of the keynote addresses, I sat down and I heard a voice behind me say, "Oh, good, it's you." And I turned, and sure enough, the guy was talking to me. We started getting to know each other, and now we're friends. I met a few other people at that conference, and now when I go to those conferences, I don't feel alone. I don't feel like I don't belong. I've got a community. And that really inspired me when I got back from that first conference to start up a Facebook group for people with ADHD in my area. So if you're in the Sioux Falls area, look up Sioux Falls ADHD Adults on Facebook. Join our group. We're doing meetups once a month. It's great. So that's kind of my experience with community. I was wondering, Jessica, do you have any experience with finding community as an ADHDer?
So I actually do. So I actually was struggling a couple years back, just because I felt like I was talking to people, explaining different situations. I had to justify myself, or I had to explain how I was feeling, and I felt very lost. I did some research, and there actually are some groups out there nationwide, and you can join them. And so I found this one group, and they met once a week. And I was like, okay, sure, I'll try it out. Why not? Right. So I tried it out, and same age group as me in their 20s. And I felt like I didn't have to justify myself. I felt like a lot of things were just kind of unsaid, but already spoken. And I felt like it was a natural conversation. Sometimes there were topics that we discussed. Sometimes there was not. Sometimes we all just like chit chatted. I actually met some great friends. That's actually how I met Alex, was through this awesome group. Right. And so some things is that you just don't really have to explain yourself. I didn't have to justify myself. I didn't have to say like, this is why I can't focus. It's everyone else was like saying like, this is what helps me focus. So it's not just, hey, I need a hand to hold to grab, but hey, let me help you out with this situation. Which is also one of the reasons why I went into ADHD coaching as well too. So it actually inspired me. But now I have a group of contacts in my phone, people I can go to and call up, and I know they'll always have my back, and I'll have their back whenever I'm not sure about something or I'm feeling insecure because of my ADHD. And I know that they'll give me the comfort I need, and I'll always be able to give them the comfort that they need. So it's crazy. You can, if you have any or interested in any of knowing the organizations, feel free to comment below. Definitely have a lot out there. And it's really just nice to have people in your phone to contact that you don't have to explain to them or justify yourself. You can just talk and they understand and they get it. It was very reassuring, especially at that time, because I took a big weight off my shoulders trying to figure out and find jobs and everything.
Yeah, I think that's really important to find people who get it.
Mm-hmm.
And can understand what you're going through. And because sometimes it can feel like we're the only one who goes through this. And the reality is that's not true. There are people out there who go through the same things as you. Now, everyone's different, everyone's unique, everyone's got their own little flavor to ADHD, but the underlying issues, they're
very similar.
Yeah, very similar. So you're not alone. There are people out there, and not only are there people out there like you, there are people out there like you who want to get to know you.
And that's one thing that I really loved about this group is people became friends. People wanted to people, like I said, want to get to know you. People wanted to hear your story. People wanted to listen to you. They didn't just cut you off. They didn't just try to like, sometimes, can you explain that to me? They understood. They actually wanted to listen and hear what you have to say, which is so reassuring.
And it's powerful too. It's the opposite of dehumanizing. It's humanizing. It's making the human experience more bearable.
And also,
there are a lot of things in the world that really screw with you.
Oh yeah, and it makes you also believe that you can actually do something that you never thought you could do. I never thought that one day I'd be an ADHD coach, but with all the support I had, now I am. And it's just so rewarding to not feel like you can't do something just because of what may seem like a big thing in your mind is really just a small thing, that other people are here to hold your hand and support you. Great, amazing experience.
Yeah. So do your research. There are ADHD groups out there. If there aren't any that meet in person in your area, there are virtual groups. That's how Jess and I met, through a virtual group. We're not
Both in
just,
different states.
yeah.
Both in different states. Crazy.
Mm-hmm. So
So,
the connection is out there. It's possible. It can happen.
but you gotta want to make it happen.
You got to make it happen.
You gotta make it happen.
You got to put in the effort. It'll take a little effort, but it's worth it. Wouldn't you agree, Jessica?
Oh, 100%. I would agree 100%. It's totally worth it. It's totally worth having that, even that one contact in your phone that you can click on, knowing that you do not have to justify whether what you say, that they get it. If you need any help or any support, feel free to comment below. We're here to help you.